CA House passes bill to ban cops from helping feds bust people for pot. These states have legalized recreational cannabis use, and they have no intention of helping the federal government continue carrying out its war on people. By Justin Gardner, June 7, 2017. Having legalized recreational cannabis in its historic 2016 ballot initiative, the most populous U.S. state is not done challenging federal prohibition. California lawmakers have passed a bill that would prohibit cops in the state from helping the feds carry out their war on people and the cannabis plant. Perhaps inspired by Colorado's similar move, the California Assembly passed Bill 1578 by a thin margin, which now moves to the Senate for consideration before going to the governor's desk. The bill would prohibit state and local agencies from using money, facilities, property, equipment, or personnel to assist a federal agency to investigate, detain, detect, report, or arrest a person for commercial or non-commercial marijuana or medical cannabis activity that is authorized by law in the state of California. Agencies also would be barred from responding to requests made by a federal agency for personal information about an individual who is authorized to possess, cultivate, transport, manufacture, sell, or possess for sale marijuana or marijuana products or medical cannabis products, if that request is made for the purpose of investigating or enforcing federal marijuana law. Agencies also could not transfer an individual to federal law enforcement authorities for purposes of marijuana enforcement or detain an individual at the request of federal law enforcement for conduct that is legal under state law. California's move to protect its citizens from the injustice of federal prohibition takes on even greater urgency with rabid drug warrior Jeff Sessions as Attorney General, under President Trump, who declared that he reserves the right to crack down on states with medical and recreational cannabis laws. Read more. Same government that locks people in jail for cannabis, just approved OxyContin for young children. As the 10th Amendment Center points out, there is strong legal precedent in withdrawing state and local enforcement of federal law under the anti-commandeering doctrine. 4 U.S. Supreme Court cases, dating back to 1842, provide sound support for the position that federal government cannot force states to help implement or enforce any federal act or program. In the 1997 case of Prince v. U.S., the late Justice Scalia wrote, "We held in New York that Congress cannot compel the states to enact or enforce a federal regulatory program. Today we hold that Congress cannot circumvent that prohibition by conscripting the state's officers directly. The federal government may neither issue directives requiring the states to address particular problems, nor command the state's officers, or those of their political subdivisions, to administer or enforce a federal regulatory program. It matters not whether policy making is involved, and no case-by-case weighing of the burdens or benefits is necessary. Such commands are fundamentally incompatible with our constitutional system of dual sovereignty. Ending state enforcement would essentially end prohibition itself, since, according to the FBI, law enforcement makes approximately 99 of 100 marijuana arrests under state, not federal law." Assemblyman Reggie Jones Sawyer, the author of Bill 1578, notes that California shouldn't waste any more taxpayer money enforcing the Fed's senseless war. AB 1578 ensures that our limited local and state resources are not spent on federal marijuana enforcement against individuals and entities that are in compliance with our laws, said Jones Sawyer during the floor debate. Read more. Jaw-dropping study shows cannabis helps a whopping 90% of epileptics who try it. Naturally, law enforcement groups are strongly opposed to the bill, recognizing that it would hinder their ability to steal cash and assets from innocent people through civil asset forfeiture. Several lawmakers, conveniently ignoring the issue of states' rights, are also strongly opposed. One frantic assemblyman appealed to fear, claiming cops will be put in harm's way, while groveling for centralized authority. "This is insanity," said Allen. "This is a complete violation of federal law." The hubris of California Democrats believing they can flout federal law on immigration and drug policy is beyond words. Never mind the enormous economic opportunity of recreational cannabis sales, or the injustice of locking people in cages for victimless behavior, or the environmental benefit that will be realized when the open marketplace drives out criminal operations poisoning fish and wildlife. For now, rationality has the edge in California and Colorado. States must exert their 10th Amendment rights in no uncertain terms, and preventing cops from taking part in the federal drug war is an excellent way.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is if I got some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head, help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.